Houston Public Works is responsible for the daily tasks you may take for granted. You may not notice us, but we work around the clock to support you. We are the foundation for life in Houston. Houston Water distributes enough fresh water to fill the Astrodome 4 times a day. Transportation and drainage operations handle 16,000 miles of streets. Over 1 million signs and street names and thousands of drains. The Houston Permitting Center regulates hundreds of projects so you can work, play, and live safely. Customer Account Services ensures 2.1 million people have access to safe drinking water with efficiency, accuracy, and flexibility. Capital Projects manages the critical improvements that make Houston better every single day. Houston is always moving towards growth, innovation, and progress. We are the largest, most diverse public works organization in the country. We are one team with one purpose. Together, we create a strong foundation for Houston to thrive.
Good evening, and thank you for participating in our live virtual community meeting today. My name is Kenya Williams with Houston Public Works, and the goal of today's meeting is to keep you informed and know what to expect during construction of the Sagemont Force Main Project. Before we begin, I would kindly ask if you could hold all questions until the end of our presentation, because many of the answers you're looking for will be answered within this presentation. Now we would like to respectfully ask for your full attention at this time. Later, we will open the questions and answer session at the end of our presentation. Here at Houston Public Works, we believe that together we create a strong foundation for Houston to thrive. There are 5 service lines at Houston Public Works. Today's meeting is presented by Capital Projects. Joining us is the Assistant Director for Capital Projects, Marcos Mengesha. He will introduce the team responsible for this project to you. Marcos?
All right, thank you, Kenya, for the introduction. Good evening, and thank you, District D Council member and residents, for taking your time to attend this meeting. The purpose of this project is to transfer flows from Sagemont Wastewater Treatment Plant to the Southeast Wastewater Treatment Plant and decommission the aging Sagemont Wastewater Treatment Plant. This project is a part of the city sanitary sewer consent decree and capital improvement plan. This wastewater facility improvement is programmed for the city to meet regulatory requirements improve reliability, and reduce operation and maintenance cost. Now, I would like to take a moment and thank the project team for attending today's meeting. Mohammed Haider, Managing Engineer, Houston Public Works. Amil Patel, Project Manager, Houston Public Works. Arthur Morris, Construction Manager, Sowell's Consulting Engineers. Ryan Ichitberger, Construction Manager, Mainland Industries. Efren Him is an engineer of record, HDR Engineering. Now I will hand the floor to Kenya Williams to provide you the detail of the upcoming project. Kenya, please take it from here. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting.
Thank you, Marcos. So now let's talk about this project, how to prepare for construction, and who to contact. Houston Public Works is committed to building forward and not building back the same way. This wastewater project is for the construction of 36-inch force main by combination of open cut and trenchless construction methods, including installation of valves, connections, as well as pavement repairs and restorations and adjustment of the existing storm sewers and drainage inlets in conflict with the proposed force main work. This $22.8 million wastewater project is scheduled to begin soon, this fall 2023, and anticipated to be completed in the spring of 2025. The project schedule will depend on weather conditions. The contractor will work Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, extenuating circumstances may require limited work to take place outside of the standard hours. The contractor is Mainland Industries, and the project manager is Hemel Patel. The project includes improvements to the area's wastewater lines, storm sewer system drains, and new concrete pavement. According to these numbers, this is a VIP, a very important project. This exhibit illustrates in red where the proposed 36-inch force main will be installed. On the north side of the beltway from Grenadier Drive down to Sabo Road, and on the south side of the beltway from Hughes Ranch Road to Sage Arbor Drive. This exhibit illustrates where the proposed manholes and vents will be installed. For a closer look, please go to the project page on engagehouston.org. We will work in phases. We have 3 phases to complete for this project, starting with phase 1 in red from Grenadier to Kirkville to begin in fall of 2023 through spring of 2024. Phase 2 in yellow from Kirkland to Sage Forest starts in summer of 2024 to fall of 2024. And the last phase, phase 3 in green, from Sabo Road to Sage Arbor begins in fall of 2024, completed by spring of 2025. So what do the seasons mean? I'm glad you asked. Our construction timeline is as follows. Winter is at the beginning of the year, and it constitutes January, February, March. Spring is April, May, June. Summer is July, August, September. And fall is October, November, December. For this project, we start in fall of 2023 and will be completed by spring of 2025. What to anticipate during these construction phases? Our advice is to organize, don't agonize. So if you prepare for construction, the time it takes to complete the project will fly by, I promise. The first step to getting organized is keep your door notification. The door notification contains pertinent contact information in case you have further questions or concerns. If your dog ate the door notification, no worries. You can go to the project page online to view the contact information there at engagehouston.org. If you have objects in the right-of-way, please remove them now as soon as possible. If you have specific landscaping that would like to be saved, we suggest that you relocate such plant materials now. Grass will be restored in areas upon completion of all construction. For most of the properties in the area, the City of Houston project right-of-way will extend about 2 feet from back of curb. However, sanitary sewer line replacement will leave some residents with open excavations in their yards at times. As a result of this and related capital improvement projects, the city and the contractors are granted full access into this right-of-way. Once complete, the contractor is required to restore the impacted area of the grounds to the City of Houston standards. So again, if you have objects in the right-of-way, please remove them as soon as possible. And meet the project team. This includes the contractor, the inspectors, and the project managers. Homeowners associations and local business owners are invited to attend the monthly contractor status meeting that will allow them to provide periodic updates to the community. Updates will also be posted to the project page on engagehouston.org. So remember to subscribe to receive the latest and greatest updates as they become available. The contractor has a restoration plan for all properties. Once the project is complete, the contractor is required to restore the impacted area to the city standards. Please do not make repairs yourself. Restoration typically starts once the project is complete. The city does not approve final payment to the contractor until they complete their own assessment to ensure restoration is sufficient. We recommend that you document conditions by taking pictures of your property in the right-of-way area near the street and curb. The pictures should resolve any questions when it comes time for the contractor to repair or replace any items. What if your property has an improved specialty driveway or walkway? If this portion of your driveway or walkway is located in the right-of-way area, the city is only required to return the driveway access points to City of Houston codes and standards. If warranted, special provisions will be considered, but all related costs of improvements over and above the City of Houston standards will be at the sole cost of the property owner by a contractor of your choice. One example is a decorative or pebbled walkway or driveway. The contractor will be unable to replace with like product, and the city will not guarantee this work. Please be aware and obey all construction signs and barriers. Safety is priority number one for everyone involved in this project. For your safety and ours, please pay attention to the following objects shown here. Now, I have good news and better news. The good news is that both open cut and trenchless construction methods will minimize the impact to the project area. The better news is that your utilities and trees will not be affected. There is a traffic control plan posted to the project page on engagehouston.org for viewing. No new street lights will be installed. However, due to some street light lines in conflict with the proposed force main work, 6 street light poles will be removed and replaced. 3 along Kirk Valley Drive, 2 along Kirk Glen Drive, and 1 on Sage Forest Drive. We encourage you to go to engagehouston.org to view additional project details and take a closer look at the exhibits shared with you today. The project page includes additional exhibits, the traffic control plan, and the tree protection plan right at your fingertips. And now a brief demo on how to navigate your way on engagehouston.org.
Welcome to engagehouston.org. We're incredibly excited to share this platform with you. This site allows us to communicate with Houstonians about the changes that are happening in their neighborhood. Our goal is to make the site visually fun and engaging, as well as easy to navigate so that everyone can find what they need. Using the Google Translate option, users can translate the languages used on the website. On the home screen, you can navigate the 4 project types that we support: drainage, street, wastewater, and water projects. Beneath that, you're going to see a variety of resources. All of these resources can also be found up here in our header. For all public meetings, we send out notifications to the community, and one way to access the meeting link is to click on the Join Us button. Another great thing about this website is that we have enabled social media shares. Users can share meeting links, project pages, and updates to their social media feed through private messages and/or email. This helps us in getting more information out to the community. Here's a snapshot of all the relevant project information on the project page. It shows a standard map which highlights the project area and general project information, which may be followed by a link. Below are the project's frequently asked questions. To the right, you're going to see a variety of widgets. First is the Stay Informed Subscribe button. This allows a user to subscribe to this project, meaning that if this project is of great interest, all it requires is inputting your email address. You'll be notified via email when updates are posted to the page or when new information becomes available. You'll also see the current project phase, as well as the project documents, meeting recordings, videos, and pictures. Underneath that, you'll be able to view who's listening and who the public engagement team is. At the bottom of the page, there's the Engage Us tool, which allows you to correspond directly with us through this platform. In order to use this tool, you must be registered and signed into the site. Once you're signed in, you can ask questions and they're sent directly to the public engagement team. We research and provide a response to every single question that is asked. We encourage everyone to register for the site. Some of the tools we discussed earlier can only be utilized if you're registered, so it is extremely important to register. We've made it simple, quick, and as painless as we could. Just create a simple username and password and answer 3 basic questions, and you're good to go. You'll receive a confirmation email, so don't forget to confirm your email address so that you don't miss out on all of the updates. And now you're done. You're all set up to utilize engagehouston.org and all of its beneficial tools.
We also want you to know the contractor. They are your first point of contact. They are the boots on the ground every day. They are capable to assist you immediately. Remember that Main Lanes Industries contact information will be on your door notification and on the project page of the frequently asked questions posted on engagehouston.org. We encourage you to call 311 if you have a concern. You can report online, email, or yes, there's an app for that. It's not just for problems, though. We always like to hear if our contractors are doing a great job, so please share that with us as well. I want to thank Marcos Mengesha and his awesome project team for their participation and support today. Thank you to the fabulous public engagement team for making this meeting possible. And finally, to all of you who have joined us to receive this important project information. Thank you for your time and attention. And please remember to share what you heard today with your friends and neighbors. Remember to visit engagehouston.org if you have any questions, comments, or to view project updates. And now it's Q&A time. Being present has its benefits because you will get your questions answered in real time by the fantastic project team. Take advantage and ask away. The project team is here to answer your questions. At this time, I would like to introduce you to Cheryl Harris, Assistant Director for Capital Projects, who will moderate the Q&A session for us today. Take it away, Cheryl.
Thank you, Kenya, and good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending. Yes, it is questions and answers, and let me go through some instructions that are also on your screen. You will select the Q&A on the right side of the screen, type your questions in the compose box, and then select send. If you want to ask your questions anonymously, select ask anonymously. And of course, always, you can submit your questions on engagehouston.org. So let's jump right into some of the questions that we've already received. Question number 1 is, why is this project needed? Project team?
So can I refer to Engineer of Record, Efrain, to answer this question?
Sure. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Efrain Him. I'm with HDR Engineering, the engineer record for this project. And as it was inferred initially on the presentation, the purpose of this project is a part of the city's capital improvement plan, CIP consolidation package for the wastewater facilities, and is required to control operations and maintenance costs and ensure regulatory compliance.
Okay, thank you very much for that information. The next question we have is, what impacts can I expect when I travel through the project area? What are my impacts?
Once again, this is Efrain. So to answer that question, it will be multiple tiers. For the most part, as we have indicated before, the project will be constructed by combination on open cut construction as well as trenchless construction. So whenever we have open cut construction, one lane of traffic will be closed. So basically, there will be only one-way direction. Traffic control plans have been prepared to provide the necessary one-way detours associated with each of the project's segments throughout the different areas in the project. So those are the kind of impacts that you will see. Obviously, there will be some delays getting in and out probably on your driveways if you are in front of the excavation of the open trenches and things like that, but the contractor will be required to reestablish access to your driveway at the end of the day, the working day, so that way you can basically regain access to your driveway using steel plates or whatever measures required to provide temporary access to your driveways.
Okay, thank you for that. If I have an issue with access to my driveway, who should I contact?
I will suggest you contact the contractor. Make sure that you keep the flyers or door notifications handy, which will have the contact information for the contractor as well as the construction manager for this project.
All right, thank you for answering that question. That's very important to know. The next question I have is, during construction, will there be any sounds or odors or anything that I should be aware of?
For this project, we are not anticipating any odor issues to be encountered by the contractor as they install the new force main, 36-inch force main. However, sounds, the only sounds that you will be basically hearing will be the construction sound equipment, running excavators of that nature.
Okay, thank you. And I think for the last question, unless we have some last minute entries, is if there is disruption to my property, when will I know the improvements are complete? When will restoration take place?
So once again, one of the ways for the residents or the stakeholders to verify whether or not restoration has taken place on the property is basically by contacting the construction manager or the contractor directly. However, just like you indicated before, early in the presentation, the City of Houston will basically perform a substantial and final completion walkthrough to make sure that all the sites that have been disturbed by the construction activities have been restored to equal or better conditions.
Okay, thank you for all of the important information you shared and the questions that were asked. I appreciate those as well. Hopefully, you've heard all of the information that will help you prepare for construction. At this time, there are no more questions, and I will conclude the question and answers. And again, that segment does not stop at the end of this meeting. You can always engage with us with all of your questions, and we'll make sure that the project team promptly responds. Go to engagehouston.org and submit all your questions, comments, or concerns. Again, thank you for joining us and have a good evening. Kenya, back to you.
Thank you, Cheryl. As Cheryl stated, yes, this is only the beginning of our engagement. Please, if you think of a question or you have a comment about this project, please go to engagehouston.org and post your comment or questions there. Until next time, thank you, everyone. Good night.